Miami contemporary music scene, contemporary art music, classical music, experimental music scene has really kind of developed. I mean, when I started at FIU in the late '80s, there was very little of anything going on, just almost nothing. And so that's one of the reasons why I have this New Music Miami Festival every spring, is because there was nothing going on. So it was like, well, I got to do something. So I started a festival, and it's been going on for 20 plus years, 20 some years. But what's happened over those 20 some years is that other festivals have started to develop, and other ensembles have started to develop, and they play contemporary music. The New World Symphony is a beautiful example of a major ensemble, a major cultural institution that does contemporary music. They have their Sounds of the Times concerts that they do 3 or 4 or 5 a year, which that's what it is. It's contemporary classical art music that's being presented. Sometimes it's interdisciplinary. I mean, more often than not, it's the orchestra. But I was just at a percussion concert on Saturday night. That was incredible. One of the pieces by this Argentinian composer from France, who lives in France, who scored this huge percussion ensemble piece and piano for one of Luis Buñuel's films. And they showed the film, parts of the film. It was really, really fantastic. And before that, there was a minimalist piece by Gavin Bryars, who's a British composer, part of the old minimalist thing. So that, to me, that New World Symphony is a gem. And it's continued to develop and continue to evolve, and it's fantastic. There's several other festivals. There's a festival that that's presented at Audio Tech by my friend Gustavo Matamoros, who's been doing it for a while, but that's also evolved and developed into other things. I have a former student, Jirai Koish, who started a foundation here in Miami to present concerts for contemporary music, which is, again, something I try to instill in my students when they're with me. They work on the festival with me, and they get to see more or less what's going on. And fortunately, a lot of them have gone on. I mean, not all of them are back in Miami. A lot of them are, one is in Chicago, one is in New York, one is in LA, and they're all doing stuff, creating ensembles, working on festivals, doing their own work as composers. Some of them teach as well, obviously. But Miami has definitely grown. Can it grow more? Of course, it can always grow more. And how it should grow, I don't know, because it can grow in so many different ways, and it's still a positive, right? So I think the Knight Foundation being here and trying to promote new work is fantastic. That's a fantastic opportunity for the artists here, and the fact that they're championing the artists that are here. The Miami Light has been doing for a while, championing contemporary performance work, interdisciplinary performance work. So that's just a few examples of some of the stuff that's going on that was not going on. Certainly 30 years ago, this was kind of dead. And if I had left, it was primarily because of that. But I started to see all the potential of what could happen. So every time I had the opportunity to leave, it made it much harder for me to decide to do so, just because of how I saw, okay, well, okay, at FIU in music, they were hiring more faculty. They had decided, okay, we're going to hire more faculty. In town, the New World Symphony had started, and I saw, boy, this is tremendous potential. And I used to collaborate with them directly in a festival I had called May in Miami for young composers. And they were involved in that festival. That was in the mid-90s or so. There were 3 or 4 years that we did that. I would bring in guest composers to join our faculty, and then we would select a dozen young composers that would come and spend the week here. The New World Symphony would do concerts at the end of the week. I had a chamber group that I put together of professional musicians to play the young composers' pieces. So I saw all the potential and how it could go down the road, or it could become down the road, and sure enough, it's kind of come to fruition. So yeah, I think it's, when Art Basel hit, that was another whole thing that just kind of, because that helps everything. That helps music, it helps everything. It helps dance, it helps, in my opinion, it helps everything, not just visual art. That scene growing also, there's other scenes that are attached to it. So I think that was another big step. But I think, how should it grow? It should just keep going, and we'll see where it winds up.